So the neti pot will just go up through this frontal sinus here and down the other side, but when you have this bulb on the end, this allows you to catapult the water like up through, and it will actually spray into other areas of the sinus that the neti pot just can't get into. Hey, so today we're in my kitchen. I thought I would show you how to do a sinus rinse with a pipette, a plastic pipette. This is really great for seasonal allergies, sinus infections, just chronic sinus congestion that a lot of us have. I'm making this video for my patients because I recommend this often, and I thought it'd just be easier to give you a video than try to tell you in the appointment time how to do it. So I'm just gonna go through step by step how we do it. So let's go. All right, so these are our ingredients here. We have a cup of purified water here. We have, this is Celtic sea salts. It's not a buffalo. Here's the Celtic salt, is that gray, usually it comes very thick, coarse grinds. This is the highest mineral sea salt, so it's a really great option for this rinse. You're gonna want a measuring spoon. You're gonna need a 1/4 teaspoon. Here's the pipettes, as I showed you before. These are plastic pipettes you can just get on Amazon or wherever you buy your kind of random online things. I need to find an alternative to Amazon. I'll have some linked below so you can see the size, but of course you don't have to get those specific ones as long as you know what size you want. You're gonna want like the sterile medical grade pipettes. They come, usually you have to buy like hundreds of them, so this is what I have left. And then if you like, you don't have to do this, but this is kind of like an extra step, is I put a drop, just 1 drop, because a little bit goes a long way, of frankincense oil. And frankincense oil has some compounds that are great for allergies, and it can also help, especially if you have a sinus infection, to kill bacteria and just help your sinuses kind of repropagate the correct microflora that they need to ward off infections in the future. And I just thought I'd show you the difference here. This is a neti pot. I imagine many of you have heard of this for cleaning your sinuses. You make a similar salt solution and then you run it up through your one side of your nostril and then it comes out the other side, versus the pipette here has this bulb at the end. And why I like this is that it allows you to shoot the water up. So that's why I really like the pipette. I don't really like the fact that it's plastic, but again, just make sure to rinse it well with the solution before you do the first ones in your actual sinus. And I think that that does a pretty good job to clear away the whatever residue from the factory or anything that might be in the actual pipette. And I haven't had any problems with it. It does a great job to clear my sinuses, especially here we have a lot of cottonwood. It's like thick in the air, and so I think that you just need, even if you don't have allergies, a couple times a week it's probably good to just flush out your sinuses and make sure that if you have any material in there that's not supposed to be there, you can flush it out with this pipette. So just a quick word about cleanliness. You want to have everything rinsed before you prepare the solution with purified water. That way you avoid getting the solution contaminated with any kind of dust or dander, pet hairs, anything that would be irritating to your sinuses. You definitely don't want anything but water, salt, and if you want to try the essential oil in there. All right, so now we're ready to prepare the solution. We got all of our ingredients as I showed you before. This pot has been rinsed with purified water. I'm gonna pour the water in. 1 cup. I'm going to pour in a 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. I like a lot, you know, kind of a good amount of salt, so I'll do a heaping teaspoon. And then I'm going to turn on the heat. And I just stand here It's kind of an art to get it the right temperature. You can move it to dissolve the salt a little bit here. My hands are clean. I use my finger to test. Like, I want it to be about a little bit warmer than body temperature. So I don't know like what temperature to tell you. I just go by how it feels. Obviously you don't want it too hot. That would burn your sinuses. And then if it's too cool, it will be painful. It won't feel very good. And so I'll just kind of keep testing it every few seconds. Sometimes it will happen that I pass the temperature, I go too hot, and then I have to wait for it to cool down. That's, you know, sometimes a little annoying. So I try to just stand here and get the right temperature. All right, so now I have my warm water. I'm going to add 1 drop of this frankincense oil. Oh, and something else for essential oil, I wouldn't just put any essential oil in my sinuses or in my head. Not all essential oils are purified the same or is distilled the same way. Like some of them they use chemicals to extract the oils. So I get all my oils from Mountain Rose Herbs website. They're a really great herbal company out of Eugene, Oregon. And this video is not sponsored or anything. I just really like their stuff, and they'll tell you the extraction method for the oils they use, and almost everything they use is extracted through steam distillation. Oh, okay, that was maybe 2 to 3 drops, but it's okay. I probably will not do this whole solution. You can, depending on how congested you are, you can go through all of the water, but you might not want to. Especially if it's your first time, just go easy on yourself. Maybe do 6 to 10 each nostril. So then you pour your warm water here in this jar. Again, all this stuff has been rinsed with purified water beforehand. And then I'm going to show you how to pull the water into the pipette. This is the part that why I wanted to make the video, because it's kind of hard to explain. So you're going to squeeze your pipette, pull the water in. It's not going to be full, and you need it to be full, otherwise you're going to shoot air bubbles up into your sinuses. So you tap it, you shake it, all the water is going to go down to the bulb. You're going to squeeze it again, insert it to the water, suck up as much as you can. Okay, it's not going to be full again. So you're going to do the same thing, tap it, settle the water. See, it's almost full. I'd say that's good enough. Oh no, wait, never mind. It's down here, so it's not full. Okay, so squeeze it down at the bulb. This time it should fill up. And there you go. So now it's totally full. You can test it. See the water's coming out the tip. And there's not any, there's just a tiny little air bubble at the top, but that's fine. See that? So you need it to be at least that full before you insert it into your nose. Okay, one more time, I'll show you. This, I don't know, maybe this part is easy for people. For some reason, I had a really hard time with this part of the procedure. So squeeze your bulb. Use that pressure to suck the water in. Settle the water down. Squeeze again. Suck up the water. This time it's almost full. But you still, that's probably too much air there. See how it's a good inch of air. So you're gonna squeeze again. You're probably gonna squeeze water all over the place like I just did. And now your pipette is totally full. So it's ready to go up your nose. And I'll show you that part outside because this can be a bit messy. Okay, so we're out in the garden. I have the pipette full, and I'm gonna show you how to insert it into your nose. So you just tilt your head back, maybe like 10 degrees or so, and you're gonna squeeze the bulb really hard. And you're gonna feel the water come up through your sinus, and you're gonna allow it to drain out of your nose. And then you're gonna do it again. Just like I showed you, squeeze the bulb, fill up the pipette, and then you can do the other side. So tilt your head back and squeeze firmly. You let the water kind of enter your sinuses and then you release it. See, this is kind of messy. So most people, you can do it in your bathroom, but my bathroom doesn't have very good lighting, so I thought I'd do it out in the garden. One more time, I'll show you. So you stick it in, not too deep. You don't want to, you know, poke your nose. Tilt your head back slightly and squeeze. Okay, and then you want to go through all this water, so you probably want to do maybe a dozen on each nostril. And that is how you do a nasal flush with a pipette. So I think that's it for today. I hope you found this helpful, especially you, my patients who I've recommended this to. Now you have no excuses, you know how to do it. And if you're interested in other videos about allergies in particular, I could do more on like diet, things to avoid, things to consume, or herbal supplements. So let me know in the comments. And I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.